Hello once again, everybody. Chris here with a continuation of our training on the Ecomm Elite Listing Lab tool. I was going to say stats tool, but that is what I'll show you next, related to the Listing Lab tool, because we're going to do the next step, which is List Assist, which is a tool that, of course, helps you with your listings, and it uses keywords from wherever you want to capture keywords from. There are a number of different tools out there to find a list of keywords that you would use to find a product on Amazon. In our case, as I mentioned, the stats tool has a keyword finder. If you're a member of Ecomm Elite, it is stats.ecommelite.com. And then you'd come to the tool here under keywords and keyword finder. And the keyword finder allows us to do just that. Find keywords that customers use to search for and find our products. Let's give you an example. Let's use a seed keyword of a rolling pin. What's going to happen here when we find the keywords on Amazon? We're going to click Find Keywords. And what this does is this runs and looks for keywords that customers actually type into Amazon. It uses the auto-populate feature, meaning when you start typing rolling, P-I, it's going to constantly update. Amazon's search bar is constantly going to update what you're probably looking for. In this case, when we type in rolling pin, these are the most common by frequency keywords or key phrases that are entered. This does not suggest volume, it simply suggests frequency, meaning people type in rolling pin, then they type in most often next rolling pins for baking. Next after that is rolling pin rings, rolling pin cover, rolling pin for muscles, rolling pin guides, rolling pin for pins for kids, rolling pin holder. These are all key phrases that in order of frequency are searched for on Amazon. So what's our next list? What does this mean? What is the keyword of stuff keywords? Right here we have up here we have a download stuff keywords, and we have the keyword CSV download for all the key phrases. You can do one of two things. We can download the whole list of keywords, key phrases, and there are a whole bunch of them. Or we can simply download the stuff keywords. Easier to download the stuff keywords. What are these? This list on the right shows how many times this word, or this, or this, or this word shows up in these key phrases. Meaning, in order to capture every single one of these key phrases, in order for us to index for every one of these, all we'd have to do is put all of these stuff words into our listing somehow. Meaning, if we put in rolling pin for baking pins with rings, holder, display, kids, and pastry, obviously that's nonsensical, but if we put all those words in, down to, and there are many of them, down to, it's a long list of kind of some obscure ones, down to here, we would capture all of these key phrases over here. Every single one of them we could potentially index for. You scroll up here again, but that's not going to happen in this example. We're only going to use a majority of lists just to show you how this works. But the point is, the stuff words are rolling shows up 242 times in all these key phrases. Pin, 228. So you can see after about 5, 4, 3, so the word embossed or engraved, which is a pretty specific key phrase, probably not searched for that much. Those two words only show up 4 times over in this list of key phrases. So if you come down to about maybe 3 or 2, meaning strips, stick, non-design, removable, those only show up over here 2 times out of all those key phrases. So if we do this top list of probably 20 or 25 words, that means we're going to cover everything in our potential key phrases over here. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's take this list of keywords. When we download this with a CSV file, it'll kick out this little list for us. So let's go to this list again, and let's grab all the way down, like we said, to maybe 2. We can do that if we want to. Let's put it down to 2. And let's copy these. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our listing lab tool, List Assist, and we're going to paste all of these stuff keywords into this list. we're going to start, and that's going to carry them one big list over here. So the point again is, it's actually a relatively small list, but if we get all of these words, we're going to hit almost every single one of these key phrases over here. Why is this kind of important? What's the point of this tool? Point is, we don't really want to repeat words if we don't have to in our Amazon listing. Now, there's no, you're not penalized for that, but we don't want to repeat if we don't have to. So taking this list and making a compelling title and or bullet points and forgetting a few words is kind of tough. Or going through this list and not knowing where to put the keywords, that's sometimes hard to visualize. All this is done in one handy space. So once these unused keywords, this list that came from that first screen, we start using these, what I used to have to do is put that on paper and check them off each time knowing that I used them. We're not going to do this. We're going to do a title. Wooden rolling pin. Let's say we want for baking pizza, good spelling, Chris, pizza dough, wooden rolling pin for pizza, baking dough, pizza, how about baking dough? What else do we have here? Baking pizza dough and cookies, a must-have for any kitchen. Fine. Reasonable title. Did I misspell dough? Did I really? Oh, they want a comma. Thank you, Grammarly. If you don't have Grammarly yet, download it. It's kind of a cool thing. Wooden rolling pin for baking, pizza dough, and cookies, a must-have for any kitchen. You see what I'm doing here. What happens is I'm making a title, and it's taking the words from the unused list, putting them into the used list. Pretty awesome. So now we can then either tweak our title or we can come to our bullet points. We can put some of these words in here. Small marble cover cloth bearings, one Christmas sleeve base, all these different words. Some of them apply, some of them don't. Fondant is something, cookies, I put cookies. So notice plural and singular. So we can put cookies there. We can put cookie down here if we want to, okay? Plural is usually taken care of by Amazon, but realistically, it's very hard not to repeat words most of the time, at least some point. When you're talking about a rolling pin, and most of the words are going to have rolling and pin in it, it's really hard not to repeat. But if you don't have to, don't. This helps kind of take care of that for you. Now, obviously, if your product is wooden and it's not marble, maybe we're not going to use marble. Or maybe we still want people to see the word marble, or stone as it were, a marble rolling pin. Maybe we still want to put that in front of them, potentially, because they might like ours so much, or it's an awesome price, or we want to test it. We know we don't want that in the title or the bullet points. Maybe we put those in the back end. Maybe we just put marble. And we know, heck, let's try it. That allows us, if we do run sponsored ads or pay-per-click, that's going to show up. That's going to show up because we actually have that word somewhere in our listing, either title, bullet points, or keywords. And we can put great for pastry chefs. We can do this. Great Christmas gift for pastry chefs. You get the point. Took Christmas off there. Now we've got it in the listing. So you get to see all of the words where we're using them, where we're not. Those that don't fit logically in a title or multiple or these bullet points, slide them over to the back end keywords, and there we go. Once this list is complete, we know that virtually all of these key phrases are going to be findable or indexed for your product in Amazon. So when you run sponsored ads or people do a search, you can potentially be found for it. So this is a huge time saver when it comes to listing or list assisting on Amazon. If we want to clear this, by the way, we don't like this. We want to start over because this will be in your cache file for you.